When everything is organized and streamlined, you'll be amazed at how much easier it is to stay on top of things in your business. In this video, I'm going to show you how to organize your online business, whether you're brand new or you've been running your business for years. So if you've been feeling completely overwhelmed by all the moving parts in your online business, maybe your projects are piling up, deadlines are slipping through the cracks, and your to-do list just keeps growing, you know you should get organized, but you don't even know where to start, then you're in the right place. I get it because I've been there. When I first started my business, my workflow was, well, non-existent. I was juggling tasks on random sticky notes, digging through endless email threads to find what I needed, and feeling like I was always one step behind. Honestly, it felt impossible to keep up. But here's the good news. It is possible to get organized, even if your business feels like a hot mess right now. Fast forward a few years, and I've built simple, sustainable systems that keep my business running like a well-oiled machine. And I want to help you do the same. Hi, I'm Samantha, here to help you organize and streamline your business operations so that you can save time and mental energy and focus on what you love to do. My goal is to take the overwhelm out of entrepreneurship and give you simple, actionable tips that actually work. So today we're diving into the process of organizing your online business. I'm going to walk you through practical strategies to create a clear, manageable workflow that will help you stay on top of projects, hit your deadlines, and free up your time to focus on what really matters. So whether you're someone who's just starting out and wants to get things right from the beginning, or you've been running your business for a while and are ready to streamline your processes, this video is for you. So let's jump in. So why does organizing your online business even matter? Well, when your business is disorganized, it's not just frustrating, it's costly. You waste time searching for files, miss important deadlines, and constantly feel like you're playing catch up. This lack of structure makes it nearly impossible to scale your business. And instead of focusing on growth and serving your clients, you're stuck in a never-ending cycle of putting out fires. On the other hand, when everything is organized and in its place, you'll be amazed at how much easier it is to stay on top of things. You can reclaim time that was once wasted, reduce unnecessary stress, and build a solid foundation that supports your long-term goals. Organization doesn't just make your life easier, it makes your business more efficient, professional, and profitable. So here's an example from my own experience. When I first started, I thought I was being super productive by jotting down ideas and tasks on sticky notes. My desk was covered with them, bright little reminders of things I needed to do. At first, it felt like I was on top of everything, but the reality was very different. I'd lose track of them, misplace important notes, or worse, completely forget about tasks altogether. It was chaotic and I was constantly stressed. But fast forward to now, and I've created a central hub where I keep everything organized. Ideas, tasks, projects, deadlines, you name it. This hub has been a complete game changer. I no longer waste time hunting for information, and I'm able to prioritize tasks and meet deadlines with ease. Having a clear, structured system has not only saved me hours every week, but has also given me peace of mind knowing that nothing is slipping through the cracks. And here's the thing, organization looks different for everyone. For some, it might be digital tools like Asana, while others might prefer physical planners or a combination of both. The key is finding a system that works for you and sticking to it consistently. So comment the word digital or physical below and let me know which one you prefer. So one of the first and most important steps to organizing your online business is setting up a central hub. This is your go-to place where everything lives. Tasks, ideas, projects, deadlines. For me, that hub is Asana. The key is to have one central location where you can track and manage everything. Let's take a common example I've seen with clients. So you're planning a new product launch. Without a central hub, you might have your ideas scattered everywhere, some in your notebook, some in your email inbox, and maybe a few in random Google Docs. Sound familiar? The problem with this approach is that it's easy to lose track of tasks, miss deadlines, or forget key details. Now imagine instead that you have a central hub. you create a project in Asana specifically for your product launch. Inside that project, you break everything down into smaller, manageable tasks. For example, you might have sections for research, content creation, marketing, and outreach. Each task gets a deadline, and if you're working with a team, you can even assign tasks to specific team members. Suddenly, what felt overwhelming now feels doable because you can see everything clearly in one place. And you can even template this workflow you've created to reuse and save a ton of time on your next launch. When I first started using Asana, I kept it very simple. I used it just for planning my content and mapping out ideas. Over time though, it evolved into something much bigger. Now I use it for everything. Managing client projects, collaborating with my team, tracking leads, and even organizing personal goals and family plans. That's the beauty of a central hub. It grows with you. It starts small, but as your business grows, it becomes the backbone of how you operate. One of the biggest benefits of having a central hub is that it reduces decision fatigue. So instead of spending mental energy trying to figure out where you wrote that idea or what your next priority is, you already know. Everything is right there, organized and ready for action. It also helps you to be more consistent. When you have a clear system in place, you're less likely to drop the ball or procrastinate because you know exactly what needs to be done and when. If you're not already using a central hub, I encourage you to start now. You do not need to overcomplicate it. Start simple, create one project for your current goals or tasks, and build from there. You'll be amazed at how much clarity and control this one change can bring to your business. So how about you? Do you already use a central hub for your business? If so, I'd love to know which tool you use and how it's working for you. Drop a comment below and let's compare. If you're not using one yet, let me know what's holding you back. I'd love to help you get started in a future video. So another area that often gets neglected but can make a world of difference is digital file organization. So let's be honest, how many of us have a downloads folder that's an absolute disaster? I know mine used to be with random files everywhere and no clue where anything was, but once I took the time to get my digital files in order, it was a complete game changer. Taking the time to create a clear and logical folder structure for your business can save you countless hours of frustration. No more frantically searching for that one file 5 minutes before a client call. Instead, everything has its place and you'll know exactly where to find it when you need it. So here's how I recommend setting it up. Start with main categories. So create main folders for the big areas of your business. For example, you might have folders like marketing, client work, finance, and operations. Think of these as overarching sections of your business. Inside each main folder, create subfolders for more specific areas. For instance, under marketing, you could have folders for social media, email campaigns, brand assets, and blog content. Under client work, you might organize by client name or project. And then use consistent naming conventions. This is key for keeping everything clear and searchable. For example, instead of naming a file something vague like strategy (1)PDF, try something like 2024-social media-strategy. You can even add dates or project details to make files even easier to identify at a glance. And they're searchable too. Next, declutter regularly. Digital files pile up quickly, so it's a good idea to schedule regular cleanups. So once a quarter, you can go through your folders, delete what you no longer need, and reorganize anything that's out of place. Treat it like spring cleaning for your computer. So here's a quick example of how this works in practice. Let's say you're working on a new email campaign. In your marketing folder, you could go to the email campaigns subfolder where you've already created a new folder labeled 2024-Valentine's Day promo. Inside, you store everything related to that campaign: copy drafts, graphics, performance reports, and any related assets. When it's time to review or update the campaign, you know exactly where to look. So I'll be honest, getting my files organized was not the most exciting task, but the benefits have been incredible. I used to waste so much time digging through random folders and searching for files. Now I can find what I need in seconds. Whether it's a client contract, a piece of content, or a financial report, it's all right where it should be. And a tip for you, if you are using Asana, you can also store files right in Asana, even right within your task or project. This really keeps everything organized and in one centralized place. That's what I do and I've helped my clients do, and it has made such a huge difference. So if your digital files feel overwhelming right now, don't stress. Start small, choose one category like marketing or client work, and focus on organizing just that section. Once you see the difference, you'll be motivated to tackle the rest. Next, let's talk about email. One of the biggest productivity hurdles for so many small business owners. So emails can quickly spiral out of control, leaving you with an overflowing inbox and no idea where to start. I've been there too, staring at hundreds, thousands of unread messages and feeling completely overwhelmed. But once I put a system in place, managing my inbox became so much easier, and I actually look forward to checking emails now. So here's a simple approach to take your inbox from chaos to calm. First, start with a clean slate. So before diving into systems, take a moment to clear out the clutter. Dedicate an hour to sorting through your inbox, archive or delete emails you don't need, respond to anything urgent, and flag anything that requires action. The goal isn't to perfect it in one go, but to create a baseline for organization moving forward. Next, unsubscribe from clutter. Newsletters and promotions can pile up quickly, especially if you've signed up for freebies or discounts over the years. So take 10 minutes to go through your inbox and unsubscribe from anything you no longer find valuable. Don't just delete them. Unsubscribe from them. You can also use tools like unroll.me to speed up the process. Trust me, this small step makes a massive difference in reducing the daily email noise. Next, create folders and labels. Think of folders and labels as the digital filing cabinets for your inbox. Set up categories that make sense for your business. For example, you could have clients, invoices, follow-ups, marketing, and personal. You can even create subfolders for recurring projects or specific clients to keep things even more organized. So once these folders are in place, you can move emails into their respective folders regularly, or better yet, automate the process with rules. Automation is super helpful for email management. Most email providers allow you to set up rules or filters to automatically sort incoming emails. For example, you can move all invoices to your invoices folder as soon as they arrive. You can send promotional emails straight to a promotions folder to review later, and you can flag emails from specific clients for immediate attention. This way, you don't have to manually sort through every email, and important messages won't get buried in your inbox. Now, the key to staying on top of emails is consistency. Set aside dedicated times each day to check and process your inbox. For example, you might check emails first thing in the morning, after lunch, and before wrapping up your workday. During these dedicated times, you can respond to urgent messages, move non-urgent emails into the appropriate folder, delete anything you don't need, and unsubscribe from anything you don't want to receive again. But avoid keeping your email tab open all day. It can be a major distraction. So here's how this system transformed my client's inbox. She used to let emails pile up, convincing her she'd get to them later. But later often turned into days or weeks, and important messages would slip through the cracks. Once she started using folders, rules, and a daily routine, she finally achieved inbox zero. It's not just about having an empty inbox, it's about peace of mind, knowing everything is handled or organized. If your inbox feels overwhelming right now, don't stress. Again, start small. Unsubscribe from a few emails today, or create one folder for a recurring category like invoices or clients. Little by little, you'll see progress, and the benefits are so worth it. Now let's talk about processes. One of the most powerful ways to bring order and efficiency into your business. Processes are the backbone of an organized business because they eliminate guesswork, save you time, and ensure consistency. So whether you're onboarding a new client, publishing a blog post, or running an email campaign, having repeatable processes means you can focus on the big picture instead of getting bogged down in the details. So what exactly is a process? It's simply a set of steps you follow to complete a task. Think of it as a recipe for your business. If you follow the steps in the right order, you'll get the same great result every time. And the best part, once you document your processes, you can hand them off to someone else, freeing up even more of your time. Now, to create repeatable processes, start by listing out the tasks you do regularly. These are the areas where processes will have the biggest impact. For example, onboarding new clients, publishing blog posts or videos, managing social media content, sending invoices or proposals, and hosting webinars or events. Take a moment to think about which tasks often feel chaotic or time-consuming. Those are prime candidates for creating processes. So once you've identified a task, break it down into simple, actionable steps. The goal is to create a checklist or an SOP, which is a standard operating procedure that anyone can follow. For example, a client onboarding process might have the following steps. Send a welcome email with a link to the onboarding form, share the contract and invoice for signature and payment, schedule the kickoff call, create the client's folder in your project management tool, set up the project timeline, and share it with the client. So if your client onboarding is all over the place, this will really be beneficial to you. So maybe you're sending documents via email, manually tracking deadlines, and constantly worrying about missing something. With a streamlined workflow in Asana to guide you step by step, everything will be automated and organized, and your clients will love how seamless the process feels. Now, you don't have to rely on pen and paper for your processes. There are so many tools available to make them even more efficient. For instance, project management tools like Asana are great for tracking workflows and assigning tasks. You can create templates for emails, proposals, or contracts to save time. You can use tools like Zapier to connect apps and automate repetitive tasks like sending confirmation emails or setting up folders. For example, let's say you're publishing a blog post. Instead of starting from scratch every time, you can use a template in your project management tool with pre-assigned tasks like drafting, editing, creating graphics, and scheduling the blog post. So your processes don't have to be perfect right away. They're meant to evolve as your business grows. Regularly review them to see what's working and what could be improved. For example, if a step in your workflow is consistently delayed, you might need to adjust the timeline or add an extra reminder. The beauty of having documented processes is that they don't just save you time, they also improve the quality of your work. By following a consistent system, you ensure that nothing falls through the cracks and every client or project gets the same high level of attention. Plus, if you decide to outsource or hire a team, your processes will make it so much easier to onboard and train them. If you're feeling overwhelmed by where to start, pick just one task and create a basic checklist for it. It doesn't have to be perfect. Again, it just needs to work for you. Over time, as you add more processes, you'll notice how much smoother your business runs. So what's one task in your business that you could benefit from a documented process? Let me know in the comments. If you're ready to take your organization to the next level, check out my Asana Essentials toolkit I created to walk you through organizing and streamlining your work in Asana with my simple but powerful templates. These templates have been tested and proven over years in my business and in my clients' businesses as well. Head to samanthakasbrick.com/AE to learn more and get started. The link is also in the description. Okay, so remember that organization doesn't have to be perfect. It's not about creating a flawless, Pinterest-worthy system. It's about finding what works for you and sticking with it. The goal is progress, not perfection. When I first started organizing my business, I definitely wasn't perfect. I didn't really know what to do with Asana, and my projects were a little messy in the beginning. My files weren't always in the right folders, and my systems didn't really exist and were just a work in progress. And you know what? That's okay. Over time, I experimented, adjusted, and found systems that felt natural and easy to maintain. One of the biggest mistakes people make when trying to get organized is doing too much at once. If you overhaul every part of your business in one day, you'll probably feel very overwhelmed and burn out before you can stick with it. Instead, remember, start small. Pick one area that's causing you the most stress. Maybe it's your email inbox or your task management or your digital files. Focus on improving just that one thing. Once you've got that under control, you can move on to the next area. For example, when I first started using Asana, I only used it for planning my weekly content. But once I got comfortable with it, I started adding in more projects like client work, team collaboration, and even personal goals. By starting small, I gave myself the time to build a habit and adapt to the tool without feeling overwhelmed. Another key to staying consistent is simplicity. The more complicated your systems are, the harder they'll be to maintain. For instance, if you're using a project management tool, don't create 50 different boards or categories. Stick to a few that cover your main needs. If you're organizing files, create a folder structure that's intuitive and easy to navigate. For email organization, don't set up 20 labels or rules. Start with a handful that tackle your biggest pain points. Simplicity is your best friend when it comes to staying organized. Staying consistent with your organization doesn't mean spending hours every day cleaning things up either. It's about building small habits that keep things running smoothly. So here are a few simple habits that can make a big difference. Set aside 5 to 10 minutes at the end of each day to tidy up your workspace, both physical and digital. Do a quick inbox check-in every morning or afternoon to keep emails from piling up. Schedule a monthly systems check to review and update your processes, tools, and files as needed. These habits don't take much time, but over weeks and months, they add up to a more organized and stress-free business. If you ever feel like your systems aren't perfect, remind yourself that perfection is not the goal. Even the most organized person doesn't have everything figured out all the time. What really matters is the progress you're making and the consistency you're building. Think of organization as a long-term investment. Each small improvement you make adds up to a big result over time. Maybe today you clean out your email inbox, and next week you create a workflow for content creation. Over time, these little steps lead to a business that feels less chaotic and more manageable. If you're feeling stuck or overwhelmed, here's a simple challenge to get started. So pick one small area of your business to organize this week. Remember, maybe it's creating a central hub for your tasks, cleaning up your desktop, or unsubscribing from emails you no longer read. Whatever it is, commit to just one change and see how it feels. Let me know in the comments what area you are going to tackle first. I would love to cheer you on. If you want to learn more about how I run my business with Asana, you can watch this video next. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you next week. Bye.